She loved how he was emotionless until her mom was in the hospital due to heart surgery, and she wanted him to comfort her, but he physically couldn't cause he was so empty inside. I am a spirit caller. I can summon the souls of those who died unjustly within 24 hours, granting them 7 more days of life. In my past life, I returned joyfully to the Ashworth family as their long-lost son, but tragedy struck. My sister-in-law Alara died in childbirth, and my brother Julian, heartbroken, jumped from the hospital roof. He survived, barely. To save him, I offered to summon Alara's spirit, but Aiden, the imposter son raised in my place, accused me of causing the death. My parents believed him. They destroyed my altar, broke my hands, and locked me in a scorching sauna, where I died. Then I woke up, back at the start. The day I arrived at the Ashworth estate, an old man asked me to summon the soul again. This time, I refused. You're mistaken. I'm just from the mountains. How could I be a spirit caller? The dead don't return. We shouldn't believe such superstition. Old Mr. Hemlock wasn't fooled. A sharp glint shone in his cloudy eyes. I could never be mistaken. 3 years ago, when my wife passed, I was so consumed by grief I wanted to follow her. It was you who summoned her spirit for me, giving me 7 more days with her. His voice was thick with memory. For those 7 days, she was just as she'd always been. We did everything we never got the chance to do. She held my hand and promised she'd wait for me at the gates, that we'd be husband and wife in the next life, too. That's the only reason I've held on this long. He looked at me with profound gratitude. I've been trying to find you ever since to thank you, but you vanished without a trace. I never imagined you were the Ashworth's lost son. He spoke with such conviction that the guests murmured amongst themselves. Everyone in the city knew the story of how he'd nearly died of a broken heart, but before I could deny it again, voices of doubt rose from the crowd. Is old Hemlock going senile? There's no way a spirit caller could be that young, right? He's a dirt kicker from the boonies. I believe he was a carnival psychic before a spirit caller. I heard they found him running a fortune-telling stall under a bridge. He probably just used some cheap trick to fool Mr. Hemlock. He's just a poor kid from the sticks. We all know the type. They'll do anything for money. All eyes turned to me, filled with contempt. Aiden shot a satisfied glance at his cronies before turning to me, his face a mask of fury. Leo, he boomed, his voice dripping with indignation. Mr. Hemlock is a respected elder in this city. He helped the Ashworth family in our darkest hour. How dare you, an Ashworth by blood, prey on him with your scams? Get on your knees and apologize to him right now. After his tirade, Aiden turned to Mr. Hemlock with a look of deep empathy. Mr. Hemlock, whatever amount of money Leo swindled from you, the Ashworth family will repay it in full. He sighed dramatically. As you all know, I've never had a head for business, but with my brother in a coma, and my father hospitalized with a heart attack, I have no choice but to hold this family together. I don't want to make enemies with anyone. I hope I can count on the guidance of all you seniors in the future. His speech was a masterful performance of grace and humility, earning him nods of approval from the older guests. I was the only one laughing on the inside. Just like in my last life, my welcome party had been turned into a funeral. My sister-in-law, dead from a hemorrhage. My brother, jumping from a building in despair. The best doctors and the most advanced technology had kept his body alive, but the hospital had already issued several critical condition notices. They said his will to live was gone. He needed a reason to fight. In my previous life, starved for the family I never had, and moved by their tragic love story, I had offered my gift. I had revealed myself as a spirit caller to summon Ilara's soul, but the moment her spirit began to manifest, Aiden had shattered my altar, screaming that I was a fraud. The ritual was broken, her soul was damaged, and she became a vengeful spirit. In Julian's dreams, she whispered that I was the one who had destroyed her. I tried to explain, but my parents had grabbed me and broken my hands on the spot. A spirit caller. You've destroyed your sister-in-law's soul. If we had known you were such a curse, we would have never brought you back. When my brother eventually woke up, he subjected me to endless torture. My wife told me it's cold where she is. He'd whispered, go keep her company. My thoughts were shattered by a sharp force against my legs. A sickening crunch echoed as my knees slammed into the marble floor. Pain, white hot and blinding, shot through me. Aiden loomed over me, his hand clamped on the back of my neck, forcing my head down toward Mr. Hemlock. You charlatan. If you want to be part of the Ashworth family, you'll kneel and beg Mr. Hemlock for forgiveness. 2 hulking bodyguards pinned my shoulders, making it impossible to move. Mr. Hemlock waved his hand, trying to protest and help me up, but Aiden cut him off. Mr. Hemlock, the Ashworth family is facing a crisis from within and without, and now we discover this con artist in our midst. It's a disgrace, he declared righteously. As the only man left to manage things, I have to teach Leo a lesson. I have to purge him of this corruption. He sounded so noble. Anyone who didn't know better would think he was a saint. I knew his true nature. I had already died by his selfish, cruel hands once before. This time, I wanted no part in their drama. Let them tear each other apart. Whether the Ashworth family lived or died had nothing to do with me. Before the guards could shove me down again, I pushed myself to my feet and spoke, my voice calm and clear. There's no need to teach me anything. My words hung in the air. The adoption ceremony hasn't officially happened yet, has it? I'm not an Ashworth now, and I have no intention of ever stepping foot in this house again. I spoke with a finality that left no room for doubt, no trace of longing. Aiden's face flickered from confusion to a flash of pure, unadulterated joy. He quickly masked it with a wounded expression. Leo, I just scolded you a little, and now you're disowning the family. If word of this gets out, people will think I, the adopted son, bullied you into leaving. He took it a step further. You're reminding me that I'm the one who should go, not you. Aiden was really getting into character, his eyes welling up with tears. Aiden is the child I raised for over 20 years. I'd like to see anyone try to make him leave. The family matriarch, Mrs. Ashworth, finally emerged from a side room, where she had been resting, leaning on a cane. She looked at me. For a second, I saw a flicker of shock in her eyes at my resemblance to her husband, but her attention was quickly drawn back to Aiden. Mother, Leo is your real son. Now that he's back, there's no place for me here anymore. Aiden sobbed. Father is in the hospital. My brother is on his deathbed. I shouldn't abandon the family at a time like this, but some people just won't have me, he added, for good measure. Don't blame him. I stole his place as the true son for 2 decades. He has every right to hate me. He was a better actor than any actress I'd ever seen, his performance dripping with false nobility. The guests, all longtime friends of the family, started murmuring in his defense. Sorry, due to copyright issues I am unable to continue updating the next chapter. If you like the book, if you like this book, circ. 289692 on Mode Novel to read this book.